Hello, so for today's video we're going to be putting to the test some new Makeup Revolution stuff. There's only one thing that's not from Makeup Revolution, but it's from like their sister company. So it used to be I Heart Makeup, but now it's I Heart Revolution. So yeah, let's dig into everything that we've got. So I have a jelly highlighter, an eyeshadow palette, eye glistens, eye primer, a blotting powder and a setting spray. So that's everything that I picked up, I believe. So yes, let's just jump into it. So I already have brows on. So for highlighter, I picked up the Starstruck highlighter. So this is a triple baked highlighter. So it is in Starstruck. There's only one. I love their Goddess of Love triple baked highlighter. Like, it's so beautiful, so I'm really hoping the same thing for this. Nice cute little packaging. It's a bit bulky, but you know, I'm okay with that when it's kind of cute, you know. So it's this nice like pink shade. So I'm going to take that on a Crown Brush C510. So it looks a bit glittery compared to the other one. So that looks quite nice underneath the brow bone. We'll see what it looks like on the face later. It's this nice pinky shade, but I swatched a little bit on the back of my hand and it looks a bit glittery. But I can't see that on the brow bone, but we might see it on the face. But anyway, so I'm going to go in with the Prime and Lock Longwear Eyeshadow Primer. So obviously this is quite a big tube and you're like, ooh, that looks massive. But this is only 6 millilitres. I think standard's about 10, I'm not too sure. So don't be fooled by the big packaging, because it's got quite a big doe flat applicator. So it's like almost a concealer kind of primer. I usually go, I'm not really bothered if it's tinted. I don't know, like I've just never been fussed by that. But then I feel like it adds a bit of like better colour. But then I can just cut the crease and things like that with concealer and whatever. Obviously some people prefer something like this. I say it's tinted, but I'm not saying it's like that tinted. I was expecting something like really heavily tinted. Like really to make shadows pop, I guess. So I would say the eyeshadow base has got a little bit of tint to it. I wouldn't say it's got an awful lot. But if you're someone that likes a lot of tint to the eye, then maybe this isn't the best for you. Like, I wouldn't go ahead and like cut the crease with this or anything. Like, it would just literally be eyeshadow base and that's it. I mean, it covered pretty well, just not to what I was expecting really. So for eyeshadows, I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Reloaded. This is the Provocative palette. I've already tried like one of these palettes before and it was like the Neutrals 2 or something. So I'm excited to see if it's the same as that, because I absolutely love that palette. But this is more like pinky tones, which I'm kind of into, you know. So let's dig into this. So to start off, I'm going to take this light pink shade at the bottom on a Spectrum B06. I'm going to put that in the crease. That was really easy, like a nice beautiful pink shade, and I haven't really blended much out, I just sort of packed it on a little bit. So I'm going to just blend it out a little bit further, but I really like that shade, it's super pretty. I can't believe these eyeshadow palettes are only £4 as well. Like, I hope the other shades impress me as much as this one, as much as my red one as well. The only thing I wish, like I wish they'd just put on like £2 extra and then put a mirror in it, because then it would be brilliant. So to deepen it up a little bit, I'm going to take this nice pink shade up here and I'm going to take that on a Spectrum A07. I'm going to put that directly in the socket. No complaints about that shade either, really easy to blend. Yeah, really pretty. I like that shade a lot. So to deepen up the outer corner, I'm going to take this shade in a mixture of this one. This one sort of has like a little bit of shimmer in it, but you know, I think it'll look quite pretty. Just going to pack that on the outer corner. That's a nice amount of pigment. I like that. I like that a lot. Super pretty, super easy to work with. I'm not going to use any of the shimmers from the palette just because I picked up this gorgeous bad boy here. So this is the Eye Glisten and this is in the shade Yours Truly. So I picked up 2 other shades, which I have this gorgeous red shade and I can't wait to use that, but I thought this would be quite a pretty look. So I'm going to take like this creamy metallic side and then we'll go in with the glitter on top after. So I'm just going to take this brush with it and just sort of smooth everything out with the Spectrum A16. I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit so hopefully you can see this, but it's like balled off a bit. I just literally packed it on with the brush just to sort of move it about a little bit and it's completely gone, like there's no colour on my lid whatsoever, which is pretty disappointing. So I'm just going to go back in with it again so you can obviously see the difference between my blank eyelid and this. I'm just not going to take the brush with it whatsoever, but the thing is obviously I want to blend it out. So I'm going to try and sort of blend out this outer corner, just so we can see if I can buff it out a little bit, I guess, because I don't want it to be choppy like it looks like now. I want it to be nice and blending. Oh, it's just drying really funny. It's not looking right at all. Yeah, I don't like how this is drying at all on my eye. I'm just going to let it dry properly and then hopefully the glitter will sort of savour it a bit. But it's, yeah, it's just looking really like choppy. Super weird. Don't really like it. Yeah, that's dried super weird. Not really feeling it. So let's just go ahead and put some of the glitter on top. Hopefully we can sort of savour it. No, that's definitely not going to savour it. Let me just zoom you in. You can see like it's just, I thought the glitter might cover it a little bit better, but it seems to just be adding more texture on. It's super weird. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. I might go in with the shade from the palette, see if we can sort of save it a little bit. I'm really like, I'm so unhappy because these are like £6 and they look super beautiful. Maybe this is the only shade that's a bit crappy. I have got 2 other shades, so if when this video goes up, if I use them, I'll give you like an update in case they are good. But these just, they look bad. So I'm just going to sort of blend this out a little bit using the two same shades that we used. So yeah, I'm going to take just a shade from this palette just because I really don't like this at all. So I'm going to take this nice light pink shade in the middle. So I'm going to take that on the Crown Brush A16. I'm just going to pack this on top. Even if we get some of the glitter still through, like that's fine. I just don't want it to look patchy. So I managed to sort of save it a little bit. It's still not perfect, but you know, onwards and upwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply some foundation and stuff, and then I'll be back with the rest of the face. So basically the rest of my makeup is on. So I'm going to go in now with the Revoultion Jelly Highlighter. Look at this. This is so funny to me. So this is in the shade Dazzling. So I'm just going to... Oh, it's sort of... Oh, it's funny. Like, it still goes on sort of like liquidy. I've got far too much here. I'm just going to sort of dab a little bit on the cheekbones. Oh, that looks quite pretty. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's super pretty. Just going to take a little bit on my nose as well. Looking at the consistency, you think it'd be like a bit goopy. It looks super nice. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit a tiny amount on the high points, just so we can see sort of how it wears. Oh god, that's too much on the face. So I'm going to go back in with that powder highlighter just to see how that wears. Yeah, that's super pretty. A little goes a long way with it, so that's really nice. Yeah, I think that looks super, super pretty. So to set like all the concealer and stuff, I'm going to take the Revoultion Bacon Blot. So this is in the shade Banana Light. So it's just a pan powder, and I'm going to take the wrong brush. I'm going to take a Crown Brush C530. I'm just going to pack that on the under eyes. I'm really hoping this like brightens the under eyes. I wouldn't say that looks any brighter, or it might brighten it up a little bit. I feel like it's changed the colour of my under eyes a little bit, like it looks more yellow based, which I know it's a banana powder and it's light, but I didn't expect it to change it that dramatically. I feel like it looks pretty. It's not looking cakey under there at all, like it's just a nice setting powder. I was just expecting it to be like bright. I would say it's bright, but I wouldn't say it's as bright as I want it to be. But yeah, and nonetheless, it's still really nice. I can't complain. So now we're going to go back into the Starstruck highlighter. So I'm just going to apply that to the tops of the cheeks and the Cupid's bow. Just because I want to see how like the jelly highlighter lasts in the skin. I'm going to take that on a Crown Brush D529 and just put that on top. Oh yeah, that's super pretty. Like that combo is blinding. Yeah, I really like that. I like that a lot. Obviously if you're not into like really bright highlighters, then maybe stick with the jelly one, because the jelly one's just got a nice amount of sheen to it, whereas this is going to really sort of pack the punch on top as well. Yeah, I think that looks super pretty. So I'm just going to apply some blush and then I'll finish up the lower lash line. So I'm taking the Jouer blush in Adore Me and Hold Me. I think these blushes are beautiful. It's all I've been using lately. For the lower lash line, I'm just going to mix these two shades that we used on the Spectrum B06 and just smoke that along the lower lash line. Just going to pop a bit of that highlight only in the corners. I just want to see how this glitter looks on its own. So I'm just going to take that on a Real Techniques fine eyeliner brush. I'm just going to pop a bit of that sort of like right in this little region here. So the glitter is really pretty, but to me it's just not worth buying it just for this. Like, there's no point. You might as well just buy a glitter, you know. So the last product we have is the Makeup Revolution Go Revolution Prime Set and Glow. So it's just shake well before use. Even though it's like all white and thing, like you can see all of the shimmer sitting at the bottom. So you want to make sure you do get a good shake. So I picked up the shade Internal Gold. Which I don't know why I picked up this shade, because I hate like those white gold highlighters. I think they're awful on me. And I was like, yeah, let's pick up this one. And I don't know why I did. I definitely shouldn't have picked up the bronzy one. Right, so now you can see all the gold sort of shimmering through there. So let's just spray this. Hopefully this is a nice mister. Oh, that's a really nice mister. They have, basically this is a dupe for the Iconic one, and I love the Iconic one. I think it's beautiful, but the mister's like quite harsh. This one's a lot softer. Definitely adds like a little bit of glow to the skin, but not an awful lot. I think that's really, really pretty actually. So I'm just going to apply some lashes and mascara, and then I'll be back with a check-in time. Okay, so the rest of my face is on. So the check-in time is basically 2:20, and I'm going to give you a check-in later on to see how everything wears. But I'm going to tell you straight up now that this is just nope. I don't like this. It's patchy. It's awful. I'm so disappointed. I had such high hopes for this. Maybe it's this shade. I'm hoping it's just this shade. But yeah, I'm super unimpressed. Obviously the glitter's really pretty, but you know, you can get a glitter for like £2.50 nowadays for like a little pot and things like that. So to me, it's just not worth it just for the glitter. But I'll give you a rundown on everything later. So yeah.
You're like super close.
I don't need to be that close. So what do you think? Do my highlighter still look beaming?
It's still beaming, look at it.
I know, I still feel like it looks good. I like the glow setting spray. I'm probably a little bit oily, but I am oily. I'm on the oily side. I have to play around with the eyeshadow primer. I like the eyeshadow palette. I don't like the glisten things. I think that's everything. Yeah, the highlighters, I think they're really beautiful, especially the jelly one. And the check-in time is 11:30. So yeah, that's the end of the video.
Close your eyes, we'll get a close up on the highlight. On the eyeshadow.
I got to pull my eyelashes.